The basketball tournament is coming to Rupp Arena for the first time ever. We've had it in Lexington before, a couple years ago at Frederick Douglass. DeMarcus Cousins brought a team called Brotherly Love here. They were terrible. They lost early on. We're hoping for different results this time around. La Familia is making its debut in Rupp Arena next Friday. We are recording this on what is today? Thursday? So 8 days from now, we will finally have a slew of former Kentucky players joining. We've got, I think there's currently 13 on the roster right now. There will be some more roster moves as time goes along. Let me pull up my phone here real quick, Jack, and I will rattle you off all the names. We have Eric Bledsoe. Let's go along here. Daniel Orton. Boom. Nate Sestina, Kellen Grady, Brennan Canada, the Harrison twins, big draw. It was huge for them to add them. And then, of course, the guy that we've all been waiting for, Mr. Cantor. Kareem Cantor, that is. Kareem is probably correct, yes. Kareem Cantor, the former Musketeer, if you will, went undrafted a few years ago, but has been playing overseas for a while. Enos has recruited him to come and join the team. So we've got a loaded roster. Just initial thoughts, Jack, on the rosters itself. You know, how does obviously we don't really know how they compare to the other 63 teams that are in this tournament, by the way. It is a $1 million winner takes all grand prize situation. Lose and you go home. How do you like that roster? You know, what's their style of play gonna be with Tyler Ulis as the head coach there?
We talked to Tyler Ulis amid multiple technical difficulties. It was a really rough listen for those that watched or participated. Said they're going to play fast. They want to play just like they did at Kentucky. We're getting a lot of shots up, playing in transition, utilizing the athleticism. I mean, you have Willie Cauley-Stein to throw lobs to. You have Aaron Harrison to make threes. You got some stuff to work with there. So I have always been a huge fan of TBT. I love the format. I love the Elam ending. I love everything about it. It has just really sucked that they haven't utilized the Kentucky talent up to this point. They had that one several years back that was really rough. They lost early and when you have this much history and this much talent to utilize, I don't know why they hadn't up to this point. So I was just glad to kind of put my two worlds together of summer basketball that did include Kentucky and Kentucky basketball. Some all-time legends. Aaron Harrison, we had him on KSR. He talked about his favorite threes of all time, getting back and playing in front of Rupp Arena. It's just a really cool experience to kind of combine the generations in a time where John Calipari moves on to Arkansas. It's cool to have the Cal guys intertwined with today's Mark Pope era of basketball. I think that's what we need right now as a fan base.
Yeah, also mention that we have Twani Beckham as the GM. He has pretty much crafted this, put this all together. He's trying to step his foot into the business world. This is an area that he's helping or trying to do that with. Sam Malone is also helping him out, a former walk-on. You have Darius Miller, who is also going to be on the staff, Sean Woods, John Hood. So you've got a bunch of former Kentucky players, of all ranks and levels over the last pretty much 12 years at this point. You know, there's still some newer guys. The more recent guys aren't going to be playing in this, but like Jack said, this is a tournament that I've been watching ever since it started, where this is year 10 now for this event. Kind of how it works is, like I said, it's a 64 team, winner takes all $1 million prize. Kentucky will play their first 3 games in Rupp. If they win, so we're just going to continue to act like they're winning all of these games. If they win their first 3 games, they could potentially match up against the Louisville alumni team. And Jack has explained to me the way that will be set up in terms of who hosts that site is by team attendance. So if Kentucky wants to be the hosting team at Rupp Arena against that Louisville squad, Big Blue Nation needs to show out. Twani Beckham has asked to pack Rupp out. Tickets are still available right now. I think they're like $10 or $15. They're really not bad at all, so you can easily go get those right now. This is what makes this event special is the Elam ending. And if you're not familiar with the Elam ending, they've done it once for an NBA All-Star game. And if I remember correctly, Anthony Davis was the one who hit the game-winning free throw to win that very first Elam ending. And then they never did it again, even though it was super exciting and awesome. But we have it with this tournament. And the way it works is they play a normal basketball game. Everything is normal. Rules are normal. American rules, no FIBA rules or anything like that as far as I know. And then once you get down to the first dead ball with 4 minutes left in the game, in the fourth quarter, the clock shuts off. And whoever, you take the team with the leading score, so let's say the score is 80-74. The team with the leading score, you add 8 to that. And that is now your target score. First team to reach that win. So in this situation, the first team to reach 88 points would be the winner. You move on, you're one step closer to winning the $1 million. If Kentucky ends up beating Louisville or whoever they play in that, I believe that would be the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and the championship will then move to Philadelphia, and that's where Kentucky will be able to compete for that. And the money gets spread out evenly throughout the team. Jack, any other TBT thoughts that you've got so far? Actually, sorry, my mind's running a mile a minute here. I'm like Michael Scott. Yeah, that fast, huh? 305 Ballers. That is who La Familia plays first. It is a team from Miami. They are a pro training facility. There's not going to be any names that maybe anyone will recognize. The only one that I kind of was like, I think I know that name, was a man named C.J. Bryce. He was a leading scorer at NC State during the 2019-20 season. He's been playing overseas since then, but most of these other guys they're still pros. They're playing overseas, but they've come from smaller colleges, never played in the NBA, things like that. So that's kind of where the situation goes from there. Kentucky did earn the 2 seed in this, even though they are hosting the number 1 seed. Is heard that as a Marshall alumni team. There's also an Auburn alumni team in this group as well. That Marshall team has been doing this event at least, honestly, since maybe it started. And they've gone deep before, so they're going to be a very talented team, very deserving of that 1 seed. But Kentucky will have a great path to try and reach that spot and hopefully take out Louisville in the quarterfinals and make it to the semifinals and give us some excitement to watch during these summer days.
I want to know, Zach, who is the one guy that you're looking at the most that say, I am so excited to have him back in Lexington and watch him once again.
No. It's probably both the Harrison twins. I think that is the draw. Is going to be the draw for a lot of fans. And that's going to be the draw for me covering this event for KSR. Is seeing them again, and it's fun because you get guys like Willie Cauley-Stein who played with them. So you're gonna. The best thing in the world is going to be if Willie comes up for a pick and you've got like an easy pick and lob for a roll, Andrew Harrison throwing a lob to Willie. Just moments like that will really kind of be like, wow, this was happening 10 plus years ago here in Rep Arena. Well, almost 10 years ago. Sorry, I don't want to date it too far, I guess. But yeah, so it'll bring back a lot of really fun memories. It just really depends on a lot of these guys. They've all been playing for a long time still. Like they're still actively playing basketball, but they've been playing overseas. So it'll be interesting to see what their competition level is like. Are they going to get, hopefully they're not smacked in the mouth early on and realize that, this is a very, very intense tournament. These guys take all of this seriously. But Jack, I know there's a charity game going on too that I'll let you touch on real quick.
Yeah, that's going to be really awesome. The Champions Charity event. It will be at Tates Creek High School on Saturday from 6 to 8. It's basically going to be like half of this roster, plus guys like Darius Miller and Jared Polson, some other guys. All name brand Kentucky talent will be playing Tates Creek High School's gym a week before the actual real stuff starts. So it's going to be a really cool opportunity that you can go and, tickets are on sale online. We have it on the website. We have it on KS Board. You can go and support, kind of get a preview of, the appetizer of the main event next week. I'm really looking forward to that. I'll be there. And you'll be down at Rock Hill for the recruiting event. But it's going to be a lot of fun over there at Tates Creek. I will say we talked to Willie Cauley-Stein yesterday, and you talked about the competitiveness and how important it is for these guys to kind of bring it, or else they'll get beat early. I'm interested to see how many of these guys use this opportunity as kind of a platform to bring themselves back to the NBA. Like he talked yesterday, his rough couple of years transitioning out of the NBA and not being wanted by NBA teams at this current stage of his career. But he was like, man, I'm still 30 years old. I still have so much left in the tank. Maybe this is going to be what, I'm going to bring everything I have to show NBA teams that could be watching that, hey, I'm still Willie Cauley-Stein. I was still the number 6 draft pick for a reason. So I'm excited to see how Eric Bledsoe, how, James Young, different guys that kind of looking for that next chapter of their professional careers, how they use this opportunity. Because I think it's going to be a great one. I think there's going to be a ton of excitement. I think fan support's going to be there. I think there's going to be a lot of, where is it on TV? Is it
FS1?
FS1. So a lot of eyes are going to be on this event and this team in particular because of the Kentucky factor. So I think we're going to get the edge that they need to play with to win this event.
Next Friday, July 19th, 8 o'clock is the tip-off time at Rep Arena or on Fox Sports 1. Tickets are available. La Familia versus the 305 Ballers. We'll see you there.